This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
¿Hablas español?
Sprichst du Deutsch?
Kann du Norsk?
If you used Babbel, you would. Babbel's conversation-based techniques teaches you useful words and phrases to get you speaking quickly about the things you actually talk about in the real world, with lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts and voiced by real native speakers. Babbel is like having a private tutor in your pocket. Start speaking with Babbel today. Get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription right now at babbel.com/Spotify. Spelled BABBEL.com/Spotify. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Hi, everyone. It's time for Vanished Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. I'm your host, Pete Costanis. This is episode 513, season 21. Today's date is February 7th, 2026, and welcome to the program. On today's show, I'm going to talk about my memories of Sealtest Ice Cream. That ice cream was very good. It was very prominent in the Chicagoland area. Like I said, we'll talk about my memories and discuss certain flavors that I remembered. Also, I will read a 1987 menu from the Hard Rock Cafe in Chicago. It just closed last year, I believe. So I found a menu. This will be a lot of fun. And I'll talk about my memories of that place. Before I get started, the program will go into a commercial break. And this program is brought to you by Veal Parmigiana Sandwich from Burger King. And this commercial is from 1981. I remember this sandwich very well, and I'll explain why. So sit back and relax. Let's go back to the early 80s for Veal Parmigiana Sandwich from Burger King. And I'll be right back with the rest of the show, folks. Thank you.
The new veal parmesan specialty sandwich at Burger King is delicioso.
Oh, just wait until you see our new delicious specialty. Taste the tender veal, topped with sauce and cheese. Try it, you'll love every bite. Go on, try it, delight your appetite. It's smothered with sauce and dripping with cheese and loaded with veal. May I have a bite, please? No one can resist your parmesan as good as this. Make it special, make it Burger King.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for Veal Parmigiana Sandwich from Burger King. This commercial is from 1981. I remember this sandwich very well. I love veal Parmigiana. I really do. Once in a while, I will order in a restaurant, preferably Italian restaurant. Yeah, it's very good. They serve it with spaghetti, but it's a lot of food. You know, I don't get to finish it, but it's very tasty. Let me explain the history of this. So they did a test market in around 1980, and that was the Burger King veal Parmigiana sandwich, and it was like a long seeded roll, had tomato sauce, a veal patty, and mozzarella cheese. What could go wrong? That sounds good. So it was a specialty sandwich, and I remember the commercials declaring it delicioso in Italian. So, when I worked at Burger King, I worked from 1981 to early 1983. Yeah, I think in the fall of 81, right after I was at Daly College, community college. I was going there. And, I left this job early 1983 because I wasn't doing well at school. And I wanted to go somewhere else, and I chose to go to DeVry Institute of Technology. And I asked my father, can I go full time? Yes, you can. Just quit your job, go full time. I'll pay for it. That's one of the qualities my father that I loved what he did. He did that. He wanted us to succeed because he didn't when he was younger. But that's another story. So they introduced in 1981 the sandwich nationwide, and got into a little controversy because of PETA. Because it's baby beef. Because veal, that's what it is. So it continued that they ignored him, but they didn't work. So, and then sales just fell around 85% about the time, and then they discontinue it by 1983. So I guess the animal rights activists won. They have a point. I understand that, but veal parmesan is still served elsewhere. You go to an Italian restaurant or even Olive Garden or anywhere. They have that, but it's not a sandwich. It's just like that. So I like the sandwich. So I remember the sandwich when I worked there. I really did. And it was. I didn't hear any complaints. I don't remember that. People loved it. So and then, but they have specialty. The only specialty sandwich I see now is the original chicken sandwich. I had one about a few weeks ago. I was in the area. Still classic. Still good. I love it. I really do, because that's a standard, So they later on they introduced chicken parmesan. Okay, that one was good. I remember that was much later than that. Okay, so but I do remember the sandwich, and I remember working there, and I made it. I really did. I made the sandwiches. I did a lot of things at Burger King. I made the Whoppers, cheeseburgers. I did the fries. What else? I did operated a shake machine. I did cashier, drive-through. I didn't like cashier. I talked about this in a previous podcast I did not like it. I don't like people coming to me, they'll probably yell at me like that. I get the fear of that. Drive-thru was okay. That was fine. I did everything. I even opened the store, closed the store. It was fine. And so that was my first real job that I stayed. I had a first job. I worked at Mr. Steer's Steakhouse in Chicago in the Marquette Park area. So I talked about it in another previous podcast. I got fired there. So if you find the episode, I'll explain everything. Okay. So that's it. All right. So at the beginning of the program, I mentioned I'm going to talk about my memories of Sealtest Ice Cream. And I will read a menu from 1987 from the Hard Rock Cafe in Chicago. Before I get started, let me give you a health update. I'm doing fine. I had my first Pluvito shot 2 weeks ago. I'm still exhausted. One of the side effects of this is fatigue. I am so tired, very tired. I lie down most of the day. I try to sleep, not much, but I'm just tired. I don't have the energy. There are days I'm okay. I can go out and do things, but most of the time I'm home and just lie down. I'm just tired. It's so strong. My doctor said this is going to continue as long as you're finished with the treatments, which is not August, but maybe earlier. But it looks promising. So good. So the next one is March, first week of March. I will do blood work the week. Excuse me. I will do blood work the week before. And then we'll see. Okay. Just pray for me. It works. All right. All right, so let's get started. We're going to talk about Sealtest Ice Cream. Okay. Let's see. So, let's see what else. The company was founded by a man. His name was Vernon F. Hovey. And after his death, excuse me, it was turned over by his sons, and they ran the business in New York. And so they opened there, and then they expanded nationwide, especially in the Chicagoland area. They did have a factory there. I don't remember where it was located, but they did have a huge one. And that brand was very, very popular, mostly in the 50s and the 60s, and it continued through the 90s like that. And it was, did they have ice cream shops? I think they did. I don't know in Chicago. Not a clue. I don't remember. So I remember the flavors of that. My mom bought a few times, so I will read a few flavors that you remember. Like, for example, cherry vanilla, red, white, and blueberry. There was coconut fudge, Neapolitan. I posted that yesterday. Toffee fudge. Let's see what else. Yeah, vanilla fudge, lemon drop. Okay. They had a brand called Chicago ice cream. I think it was Brick. I think it was. So let me double check. I don't want to, be wrong. Let's see what we got here. Just a minute. Yeah, it was a Chicago flavor, and that consisted of orange sherbet, vanilla, and caramel. I don't know if it was Chicago Brick. It was called Chicago. Maybe it was Brick. I don't know. Okay. Let's see what else they had. Lots of them. Candy apple ice cream, mint chocolate chip, vanilla, strawberry, banana split, cherry nugget, checkerboard. Remember checkerboard? So they had two flavors, either like cherry or vanilla, or they had chocolate like that as well. It was chocolate chunk. So that sounds good. I like that. Rainbow sherbet they had, pineapple lemon. Let's see. So I found a sign that said vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, Neapolitan, butter, almond, fudge royale. Remember that? Yeah. They also made shakes. Also, if they had that, I don't remember seeing that. No, they had pineapple, triple treat, rainbow. I said that. Chocolate nut. Let's see what else. Blueberry Royale. That sounds good. So the funny thing, Dean's ice cream made Chicago Brick. They made that. Sounded so good. Let's see what else we have. Almond butterscotch. That sounds good. Sometimes the ice cream came in cartons or cups. Pints, gallons, half a gallons, like that. Okay. Yeah, let's see what else they have. You never had their sherbet? No, I never had it. Just their ice cream. Okay, I think that's it. I don't see anything else. Okay. So, Sealtest. Let's see. So it stopped around the early 1990s, and it was bought by Kraft. Then I think they discontinued it. I don't know why they did that. I don't know. And so it's been discontinued. So it's around 1993. I also brought Breyer's ice cream, which is still around. Also, it was sponsored by in the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World in Florida. Okay, you get that? So that was fun. Yeah, so it was very good ice cream. Over the years, I love ice cream. I just had a bowl about a couple of days ago it was called Blue Ribbon. It was very good. From a local store. Aldi has good ice cream. So I like Dean's. Not crazy about Breyer's. I like Edie's ice cream. That is good. So, West is called Dryers. My brother told me that because he lived in California, and he told me it was the same. So, okay. So, above all, bottom line, I love ice cream. My favorite flavor? Mint chocolate chip. I love it. I really love it. Oh, that is number one for me. Okay. All right. Right now, I'm going to take a quick break. And when I come back, I will read a menu from the Hard Rock Cafe. It's from 1997. I'll talk a little bit about that chain of restaurants. So sit back and relax, and here comes the commercial, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, and I'll be right back with the rest of the show, folks. Thank you.
When you've been going like a house afire, cool it with Score 4, the fascinating three-dimensional game that's fun for the whole family. To score 4, you have to get 4 beads of the same color in a straight row, vertically, horizontally, diagonally, or on different levels. It's a challenge.
Choose your weapon, sir. Score 4. At dawn.
Score 4 won't solve your problems, but it will help you forget them. Score 4 by Lakeside.
Okay, I am back. I hope you enjoyed that commercial. Now, we're going to talk about the Hard Rock Cafe. It's still around. Unfortunately, it's not around in Chicago. They closed last year. I think about May or something like that. Anyway, so that closed around, it closed around about a year ago, really, almost like that. So, it opened in 1986. It was located at 63 West Ontario Street in the River North neighborhood. And I don't know if it was a new building there. No, I don't think so. I think it used to be a museum. I could be wrong. It could be another place. Anyway, so this is what happened. So it opened much fanfare. There is a clip on YouTube you can watch, and they discussed this, when it opened. Like that. So it opened about 5 months after the Bears won the Super Bowl, of course. And let's see. So I think it opened about June 1986. Yeah, it opened there. And there were other locations. So what Hard Rock Cafe had, they had loud music. They had memorabilia from certain musical artists like that, even from television. Okay. And they were all over the world, and but it was founded in London. So it was founded in 1971. The men were named Isaac Tigert and Peter Morton. And in 1979, they covered with rock and roll memorabilia. That's where they got the idea, and expanded to others. Okay. So it opened on June 14, 1971 in Hyde Park, London, where that was. And then they opened a second one in Toronto, Canada. Then they expanded in America, LA, San Francisco, Houston, New York. Excuse me. And also Boston, Washington, D.C., Orlando, Paris, Berlin. So, you get the idea. Philadelphia, Baltimore, little ones. Did I ever go to this place? To tell you the truth, no. Not in Chicago. But I did go to one in Seattle. I took a trip in 1998, 99. By myself. I worked at American Express Travel, so I had free tickets. And I decided, why don't I go to Seattle? Always want to go there. So I went there by myself. I rode the monorail. So I went to the Space Needle. That was cool. I did not eat there. They had a restaurant. I heard it was very expensive, or I had to get reservations. But I did go, on the top. And then I took a view of the beautiful mountains, the scenery. Seattle is a beautiful city. So it's so pretty. I like going there. It's been years since. I like to go back again. For dinner. So one day they had a Hard Rock Cafe there, and I decided to go there. Okay. So I went there, and I saw a lot of memorabilia and from TV shows, also, from singers. And you never believe what I ordered there. This was on the menu: Captain Crunch chicken. The chicken it was strike fried chicken. It was coated, seasoned with Captain Crunch cereal. So I want to try that. And you know what? It was delicious. It was good. That was the best chicken I ever had at that point. So it was good like that. And so that was the only time I went to Hard Rock Cafe. So the one in Chicago, it was there for many years. And so, so it opened June 27, 1986. They had a big opening party, big fanfare, and it was headlined by the grand opening by British rock singer Robert Palmer. Addicted to Love. He was there. That was cool. So if you find a clip on YouTube, do a search. You will see it. And also across the street was the Limelight. It opened there. Have I been to Limelight? I don't remember. I don't think I did. But it was by the Excalibur nightclub. That closed in 1988, and then Excalibur took over. So a lot of memorabilia included a shirt belonged to Prince, a leather satchel that belonged to John Lennon, a drum set and guitar from Cheap Trick, guitars from Dire Straits, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, and of course Chuck Berry. So that area was really hopping in the 80s and 90s, and then Planet Hollywood opened, over there. Maybe I'll find a menu of that place. I'll, read that. That'll be kind of cool. I went once. When did I go? Was it Chicago? I'm not sure. I'll try to remember. Anyway. So, and then it's a shame. So it closed. And then, we had the famous guitar, the sign. Oh, when you drive around, you see that at night. It is gorgeous. So, but they have casinos still. They have one in Gary and one in Rockford. So that's a theme of that. Okay. All right. So right now I'm going to read the menu from the Hard Rock Cafe. And I found it. Just a minute. Let me pull it up. Just a moment, please. So it's from 1987. So, I'm sure items have changed since then. Okay. All right, so here we go. I got the menu. All right, so here we go. They had appetizers like, for example, fresh daily homemade soup, $1.50. Bold, $1.95. I will read the prices, I promise. Okay. Hard Rock Cafe homemade guacamole with chips, $3.95. Onion rings, $1.95. And it says here underneath, all our salads on every plate are made with fresh hearts of romaine. That sounds good. Salads. They had that. They had a cafe salad. That's a mountain of fresh California greens served with hickory, sweet ham. Is that ham? Yeah. Swiss cheese, smoked turkey, and a choice of homemade dressing. $5.95. Grilled chicken breast. You know what that means. With greens, chicken breast, $5.95. Chicken salad, homemade. Our favorite recipe. Served with tomato, cucumber, and pineapple. $5.50. Hard Rock Caesar salad. Well, you get the idea of what that means. Croutons, Caesar salad, Caesar dressing, romaine lettuce, $4.95. Spinach salad. Fresh spinach greens, freshly sliced avocado, crisp bacon, Bermuda onions, mushrooms, feta cheese, and our salt and vinegar. A Greek salad. Okay. Specialties of the house. Hard Rock Cafe's famous Baby Rock watermelon ribs. Texas-style ribs based in our special watermelon barbecue sauce, grilled and served with fries and green salad, $9.95. Lime barbecue chicken marinated in our special lime marinade, then grilled with served with fries, green salad, $7.95. And it says underneath, if you've been into the Hard Rock and haven't had our lime chicken or waterhouse ribs, then you haven't been to the Hard Rock. Okay. I get it. Smokehouse steak, 3/4 pound grilled aged New York steak with fresh garlic butter and served with a baked potato and a Greek salad, $11.95. I wonder if the Greeks own this place. They own everything. Yeah, so that was $11.95. Hard Rock and Roll chili, homemade and cooked every day, cup $2.95. Bowl $4.95. Fresh fish. Fresh fish of the day, priced daily. So it's grilled, served with a baked potato and a crisp green salad, and also Hard Rock fresh grilled swordfish, priced daily, served with lime butter, baked potato, and crisp green salad. Okay, so they did have fish. Okay, then they had hamburgers, my favorite. All the burgers served with home-cut fries, fresh green salad, and your choice of made from scratch of a Thousand Island, blue cheese, or vinegar dressing. So, Hard Rock grilled hamburger. It's a patty chopped steak, a third pound, served with salads or fries, $5.25. Third pound with melted natural Swiss or Jack cheese, $5.75. Third pound with our Hard Rock and Roll chili, $5.75. Third pound with crisp bacon, fresh sliced avocado, and melted Jack cheese, $6.25. Half a pound, any way you want it, $6.50. Okay, that's good. Sandwiches. The Hard Rock Hawaiian. Jet fresh, what's that say? Ahi from Honolulu. Lightly marinated and grilled on a whole wheat bun, served with fries and the salad, $6.50. Grilled chicken breast, you get the idea, served with Swiss cheese, avocado, tomato, on a whole wheat bun, $6.50. Bluefin Pacific, white albacore tuna with lettuce, tomato, and water chestnuts, served with a green salad and fries, $5.50. Smoked turkey sandwich, served with lettuce and tomato, Swiss cheese, if you like. Served with a green salad and fries, $6.50. Grilled cheese sandwich, natural Swiss or cheddar with tomato, served with the same side orders, $4.95. Smoked turkey sandwich is $6.50. Grilled cheese sandwich is $4.95. The Country Club sandwich, that's thinly sliced oven roasted turkey breast, crisp bacon, 2 kinds of lettuce, tomatoes, served with fries. I think it's romaine or regular lettuce, $6.50. All sandwiches served with 10 grain white or 10 grain whole wheat bread with a green salad and cut fries. So you got choice of bread, white or wheat. They had wine from the Hard Rock Cafe Vineyards, Redwood Valley, California. A glass is $2.50, a bottle $7. Champagne they had at Napa Valley, California, $4.50 for a glass. Bottle $19 for a bottle. You know, champagne is expensive. They had beer. The first three was $1.75. So you had Coors, Miller Lite, Rolling Rock, Amstel, and the rest are $2.25. So it's Amstel Light, Corona, Beck's Dark, Foster's, and Heineken. They had freshly squeezed juice, $1.50. Coffee, 85 cents. Clyde's iced tea, a real taste near Music City, USA. So I think that's in Nashville, I believe. It costs $1. Regular tea, chamomile or regular, 85 cents. Sundance sparklers, that's with cranberry, apple, orange, or grapefruit, $1.50. They had Coke, Cherry Coke, root beer, Diet Coke, 95 cents, and Crystal Geyser, $1.25. Now, we'll get to the favorite part of the menu is the desserts. Yes. Okay, here we go. Look at that. They had their soda fountains, Hard Rock Cafe, country ice creams, vanilla, coffee, fresh coconut, chocolate, strawberry are specially made with the Hard Rock Cafe with freshest of finest ingredients. Okay. So they had thick cold shakes, chocolate, strawberry, vanilla, coffee, $2.25, root beer or Coke float, either over vanilla bean ice cream, $2.25. Etta B's homemade apple pie. They bake their pies daily, $2.50. Served with ice cream or melted cheese, if you like it that way. The Cafe Hot Fudge Sundae. That sounds good. It's $2.95. Ice cream top with our own famous hot fudge. Pure homemade whipped cream with toasted almonds. Homemade chocolate devil's food cake, $2.50. Served with ice cream, $2.95, if you like that. Strawberry shortcake, an old-time treat, made with fresh California strawberries, $2.95. Banana split, you know what a banana split consists of. Scoops of ice cream topped with sauces, nuts, and pure whipped cream, $2.95. And the last one is a Hard Rock fresh raspberry health shake made with fresh raspberries daily, $2.95. And it was open 7 days a week. Minimum food charge for $4 after 6 p.m. They did that. And they had the other locations at the time. They had it in L.A., San Francisco, Chicago, of course, Houston, Honolulu, San Diego, and New Orleans. They were going to open in 87. So, but it was Los Angeles, San Francisco, Chicago, and Houston. That was 86. So the next list, like Honolulu, San Diego, and New Orleans, was 87. Okay. That was fun. So that was a lot of fun. Okay, so that's the Hard Rock Cafe menu. Everything sounded delicious. They did not have the Captain Crunch chicken. That must have came later, much later than that. It was in the 90s, so that's okay. All right, so that's it for this program. I'm going to do a recap of what I talked about. I talked about my memories of Sealtest Ice Cream. I ran down a few of the flavors that were available at the time. Also, I read a 1987 menu from the Hard Rock Cafe that was located in Chicago. That was at 62 West Ontario Street. I think that's right. 63 West Ontario Street. All right. This podcast will be published later on. And wherever podcasts are available: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Podbean, Breaker, Overcast. Let's see what else. Can't think of anything. Good Pods. If you have those apps on your phones or your tablets, tap on them, click follow. You receive a notification of the latest episode. Also, all the episodes are listed. Also, be published on my blog, www.vanchicagoland.blog. You can click on it, and it'll take you right there to listen. Also, if you have CarPlay in your car, you can listen on Spotify. Also, you can stream it on your TV. You have Spotify or YouTube. I'll get to YouTube in a second. You can relax at home. Watch whatever's your convenience, whatever you like. Also, be on my YouTube channel, and again and again and again. People always ask me, where do I find your podcast? I want to listen to your podcast. Please send me a link to your podcast. Go to YouTube. Do a search. Type in Van Chicagoland Stories or my name, Pete Costanis. When you do find it, click subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. You receive a notification of the latest episodes. All of the episodes are listed there. You could do a search, whatever you're interested. You will find it. Also be shared on my social media accounts: Facebook, X, LinkedIn, Reddit, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok. They'll have the links there. Okay, so that's it for this show. Will I be doing another one tomorrow? Perhaps. We'll see. I probably will. We'll see what happens. If not, I know I won't do one Tuesday. I have an appointment with my oncologist, so no podcast on Tuesday. Okay, so this is Pete Costanis, your host of Van Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. Thank you for joining me. Today is sunny, but it's cold. The cold has returned. But the good news is the rest of the week, starting Monday, it's going to be warm. It's going to be nice. Thank goodness. Okay. So here's Bye-Bye for me, and here's a little traveling music from our famous Chicago legend and good guy, Ray Rayner, saying bye-bye-bye. Take care, everyone. So long, and I'll talk to you to the next episode. Okay. Bye, everyone.
We have to go. Bye, bye, bye.